How does a judge decide my case? The best way that I can explain this, and the way that we also look at cases as well, is using the acronym PEACE. P-E-A-C-E. So if you're watching this video, you're either a current client of ours, that this is part of our client education series, or you've watched it on YouTube. One way to look at it is, again, and we're going to put it up on the screen, P-E-A-C-E. So what is P? Okay, P, parenting issues. So the court's going to look at, before they move to assets, liabilities, alimony, child support, everything else, they're going to look at parenting issues first. So P in PEACE is, and I just said the whole thing. I just gave away the whole video within the first minute or so. Is parenting issues, equal distribution, alimony, child support, everything else. Okay, so that's the acronym. So let's start with parenting issues. Number one, P. All right, so the court's going to try to figure out what's in the best interest of your child or children. So, and then that would be a parenting plan, a time-sharing schedule, and so either you guys agree on it or the court decides it. And that delineates all the other information and how that works out between you and your spouse. And this whole thing is just within the context of a Florida divorce. Okay, so parenting issues first. They want to, obviously, children are the most important aspects of the case, so they want to make sure that they deal with that issue first, and that kind of sets up the stage for everything to come afterwards. So after parenting issues are taken, and this a lot of times will happen in trial as well, and the way the your final judgment things are set up is in a way, a lot of times the parenting issues are dealt with first. Then we go to equal distributions. That's the E. So equitable distribution. So dividing your assets and liabilities, and that's pursuant to the Florida statutes. And so we have other videos and other series that have information about how the court divides your stuff. Primarily it's equitably, which usually translates somewhere to equally, but can be an unequal distribution based upon different factors that are specified within Florida Statute 61.075, which delineates what are reasons for there being an unequal distribution. So if there's an equal distribution or an equal distribution, there's a chart showing, okay, this is what's going to happen with the marital home. This is this car is going to husband, this car is going to wife, boat's going over here, jet skis are going over here, we're splitting up the retirement accounts this way, investment accounts, this bank account. All of it's split up, all of it's figured out in the E. Then we get down to A, alimony. All different forms of alimony. The court looks to see if there's need and ability to pay, standard of living, looking at the Florida statutes to be able to analyze whether alimony is appropriate for the case or whether there's it's not appropriate for your case. And if it is appropriate, or you've met the burden, depending on what type of alimony. And again, that's for a other set of videos that we have about different forms of alimony, whether it be permanent, lump sum, temporary, bridge the gap, rehabilitate, all the different forms of alimony. Another video, not this one, but the court wants to try to determine the amount, because then again that plays into next one is C, which is child support. So alimony would be then considered income to the other side, and it's taken out of the payor's gross income. So now their net income is minus the alimony that's being paid to the other side. So that has to be figured out first. The alimony needs to be calculated first, so you can put the information into the child support calculator. You've already figured out what the time sharing schedule is, so you know the number of overnights, so you put that in, and then that way you can figure out child support. And there's other factors relating to child support. This is a video to just kind of show the framework. P-E-A-C-E. E, everything else, attorney's fees, whatever else is remaining in the case. If there's sometimes a myriad of different motions filed that are dealt with at the final hearing, whatever other issues are dealt with, restoring back to your maiden name, all different types of issues. The court, is kind of that catch-all provision to finalize the divorce and, put forth a final judgment. So that's the acronym PEACE, or PEACE. That's how the court decides your case. In a nutshell, just a quick video to give you a little bit of information about it. Thank you very much and have a great day.